call the meeting to order. Tom, you gonna lead us in the pledge?
Sure. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First up, anybody who wants privilege of the floor? Okay, moving on. Approval of the minutes from the May 10th meeting. Any corrections, changes, additions, deletions?
Move that we accept them.
Okay, got a motion by Billy. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Tom or Matt, for both. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Old business, New York City land acquisition. Nicole has passed out the new maps.
Three sets of maps for you to look at regarding the parcel that was requested last month for consideration to be removed. One is a location map, one is a larger map that has slope,
Topo lines.
wetland, floodplain.
Anybody have any questions for Nicole on the maps?
I do think Tom mentioned something about the flood commission last month. You might want to repeat that because that
Well, the flood commission, we were looking at alternative entryways into the village of Delhi if, say, Kingston Street Bridge were inundated, or if Bridge Street were to be removed from the equation for mitigation. And the flood commission had looked at a section of this area that would be coming into the Back River Road as a possible entryway because of the steep banks and the less of a span, in talking with Wayne Reynolds. So that was one of the considerations that we spoke about in the flood commission and with Wayne Reynolds at county. So if we were to, we'd lose a potential access point into the village and for future development and ease of the Back River Road through that way. So they wouldn't be taking the Fitch's Bridge. But looking into future planning in the town, in the village, looking down the road.
So the request is to remove all of it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's either in or it's out. We can't regulate part of it. Like I said, it's a pretty large parcel to give up to the city.
I don't see how we can do it.
What else have you got?
Nothing, just that we have put two parcels under consideration, this one and 195.1-51 from last time.
So we've really got, a couple choices. We can let one or both out of the designation. We can say no to both of them, or we can do absolutely nothing and everything stays the way it is.
So the last two are the same.
Basically, except you get to take the easy way out, you just don't do anything.
Don't do anything.
That way you didn't turn them down, you just didn't do anything. Is there a motion, which way we want to proceed?
We'll hold on to as much as we can.
So you're making a motion to deny both requests?
That's my motion.
All
I'll
right,
second that.
second by Billy. Any more discussion?
I mean, it's unfortunate that we are even in this position, that's all.
Yeah,
I would say.
yeah, it is. It's,
That we don't have the freedom to
yeah.
We're backed into a wall, but we have to look into the future of the town and the county down the road.
We have to do this on Flag Day.
I'm sorry.
Wanted to point that out, that, you know.
All right, all in favor of the motion? Aye.
Roll or no?
Well,
You want to do a roll or?
I don't need to.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried.
Thank you.
So, we probably need to send a letter also to the two owners in question and let them know.
And also I have a draft I could send you
Oh, fabulous, okay, thank
that
you.
we prepared for another towns.
Oh, cool, thank you very much.
Nicole, can I ask you a question about, this is not related to these properties. I was asked by somebody if is it possible that there's a property that's in one tax parcel that's partially in the hamlet and partially outside of the hamlet?
It might be. When we did the original designations in 1997, these were called village extension areas, and they were very specific to a certain distance along certain roads could be designated and a certain amount of acreage. So at that time, we did partial parcels. So there may be some is in and some is out.
Okay,
I would have to, if you could give me the number or whatever, I could check for you, but that has happened in other communities as well.
okay.
And then when we negotiated the water supply permit from 2007 or 8 through 2010, in 2011, we were allowed to add additional acreage. And that time, we had to use whole parcels,
Mhm.
which has its pros and cons. I mean, we really just wanted to designate developable land, but they insisted on the whole parcel.
Uh-huh.
So, but since the initial designation in 97, it's been entire parcels.
Okay, yeah, I might follow up with you on, because somebody asked me a question about a specific property.
If you ever want, you could call the office and go down to the GIS department and they can pull them up and help you look.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, next up, we got resolution number 3 of 2016, which would authorize us to enter into a host community benefit agreement for taxes, payment in lieu of taxes for commercial solar installations in the town of Delhi. We discussed it last month that the county is going to make them taxable, and we're gonna join them in that if we approve this resolution, and the school district also has to pass a resolution if they wanna be able to collect taxes.
It's the same as the county's, correct? This
Yeah.
is drafted by the county.
Yeah. Yeah, same basic thing, we just tweaked, say the town of Delhi.
Mhm.
You have to roll call, right?
Mhm.
So is there a motion to approve resolution number 3 of 2016?
I so move.
I'll second that.
Okay. Elsa, you wanna call the roll?
Yes.
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 Yes. Okay.
Just a question, I asked the same question last time, but I need a reminder. Somebody has a property, it's all agricultural, they decide they wanna do this, they get this designation, and they lose their agricultural, and they're like a
Correct.
solar farm.
Yep.
from
Yeah,
that.
Well-
commercial venture.
They could still have partial
They
farm.
could, yeah, they could split it up.
You can designate how much area that's
Okay.
gonna be used by the solar farm.
Okay,
And keep the rest.
No acreage
with
is
a-
gonna be covered by both.
Yeah.
got it.
You can't have both. You can't have a deduction, 2 deductions for the same
Got it.
actual property. But you can split the lot, if there's ag on the rest of the farm, you can still keep your ag exemption on the rest of it that wasn't part of the solar farm.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, next order of business. We got some bids to open for some lawn maintenance for here, the playground, and the future pool site.
Yeah, we received 2 bids. Bill's used one. Mine isn't either.
Did you guys do it?
They've been doing it.
We've been doing it.
Yeah, I wanna thank Bill and Tom, cause they've been kinda filling in, helping each other take care of things while we can get a permanent solution here.
I have a bid here from Heinz Landscaping, for the request of reporter, the town hall and garage, Elm Street's $55 a shot, and that's weed eating and mowing, and the playground on Page Avenue is $90. And one from Lasting Impression, town hall and garage, mowing, trimming, blowing, and this is based on the season, 15 mowings at $1,293.75. So you have to do your breakout, 15 mowings, $1,293.75. Maintenance of the playground, weekly basis, mowing, trimming, blowing, mowing around the outside perimeter of the fence, everything inside the fence, 15 mowings, and a cost of $17.25. So I don't have a calculator, so.
I recommend we give it to our, building committee to try to figure out
Okay.
which is most advantageous to the town.
All right, we'll do that.
And, go from there. When you make your decision, just hire somebody.
I will indeed.
All right. New business. I see Glenn isn't here, but
No,
Lori is.
Center replacement.
The A-team is here.
The A-team
What was
is
that?
here.
The A-team is here.
Yeah, Glenn was gonna
You can
talk
tell
to
him I
us
said
about
that.
the, economic industrial development grant that we got for sports field,
Yeah.
for equipment.
Yeah.
So Lori's gonna give us an update on where that's at and
So they had been working for quite a while on getting the building situated. They ordered the equipment back at the beginning of January. The equipment has been delivered and is being installed. They've provided us at this point with documentation of all of their expenses for the build-out project. And 2 weeks ago, we submitted the first request for the funds, which would draw down the full amount for the business. And then the balance of the funds for the grant program would be for the administration of the project, which I'm working on putting together our staff time invoice for that work. And then we'll go ahead and we'll get the final drawdown processed. And then that program will be able to be closed out once they've completed their job creation requirements, which they've substantially completed. I'm still working with them to make sure that we have all the documentation we need so that come December we can provide a full report to the Office of Community Renewal to show that they have fulfilled their job creation goals.
because we've got till the end of the year to
Yeah.
finish this up.
Yeah, well, we have until July with the extension to finish the project, but we wouldn't be responsible for reporting on those jobs until December. They have an annual reporting process.
But the money and the equipment, everything's all been documented.
Yep, yep.
Good deal.
So you said that the job requirements have almost been met already. Can you remind me what the job the anticipated-
Offhand, I don't recall, and I didn't get a chance to run back to the office before walking over here.
Okay.
But they had a couple of positions that they did not provide us with the family income form for the documentation of those jobs. So they had provided the job creation form, which outlines how many hours each of the employees works. We just have to document the income levels of those individuals. And I wanna say it was around 22 jobs.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Lori.
You're welcome.
Next item up, we had a ZBA appointee fall through the cracks. Town Leo filled out the end of a term. And it expired in September of last year, and Nicole brought it to my attention a couple weeks ago, and Tom is willing to stay on. So since he's up to speed and willing to stay on, I'd like a motion to authorize reappointing Tom Leo to the ZBA.
So moved.
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
With the planning board, there's still a vacancy on there?
Yep.
There is a vacancy on the zoning board too.
Not yet. There's going to be,
There,
we have a zoning board member that would like to move to the planning board, and the planning board is all in favor of that. But we also have two other ZBA members that basically want to retire. So if, we kinda told the one that wants to move, he can't move yet, and we've told the ones that wanna retire that they've gotta at least stay on until September, give us a chance to get some more bodies together, but it looks like we're gonna have 3 slots on that board that we're gonna need to fill.
And done on the planning board? No?
Not unless we get somebody else that, we'd rather put on the planning board. Like I said, Pat Sullivan has, indicated he's interested, he's talked to the planning board talked to me, they said, yeah, they would be happy to have him join the planning board. But, like I said to John Taylor, I said, I can't give any more bodies up from the ZBA until we get some more replacements there, so. Not that they meet that often, but if we need them, we need them. If we don't have 5 members, it can get pretty tough to get a quorum.
It is.
Well, we've got people who are ready to go on the planning board, so I'm just putting it out there. I'm not gonna start another brawl like I did last time. with Qualified people.
Like I said, it'll be up for discussion.
Okay.
But anywho, keep that in mind. Need a motion to approve, Joe Gifford and Jim Corcoran to go to, assessors training.
I'll make that motion.
second it?
All in favor?
Aye.
Else has got down here municipal accounting, payroll, building code software contracts, which is kind of an FYI. I mean, we've gotta pay to use the stuff. Summer rec program with the village. There's an abstract in here for the, $8,000 that we give to the summer rec program at the village.
You have to move that, or I think it's
I
automatic?
think that's an automatic. I don't know that we got authorized doing it, but we can do it. Is there a motion to,
So move.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye. And the volleyball net's up, so our board has been challenged by the village board, by the way.
Let me know when.
What's their average age?
12?
Do we get to bring in some ringers, or?
I don't think we have to.
You're that good, huh?
Just saying.
So that's okay.
You and Matt can, take the front line, the rest of us will just hang out in the back.
Spiking off the Sam's face.
I didn't hear you say that. What was that? Wow. What was
Speak
that?
into the camera, please.
Did you say something?
He would say the same thing
I
about
think
me.
he just
Yeah.
threw down a challenge there, but, I don't
Well,
know.
Sam's been bugging me for, because I told him I may not be here, depends on when he does it, so I'm not
Mhm.
normally around on weekends, but. Then he told me I had to wear Speedo, so that was pretty much it. Definitely.
I'm pretty sure there's
I'm
laws
out of town
against
that
that.
weekend, whatever it is.
wine if that's the case, yeah.
Might attract a lot of people, I don't know.
Or it might not.
I'm sure the press will be there to get pictures.
Headlines.
Whether anybody will print them, I don't know, but
No pictures, please.
Might end up on Action News,
we don't end up somewhere.
It might end up on national news.
might end up in jail.
Hard to say. Okay, last item under new business, I was approached by, Jimmy Small and his partner that do, firearms training for a lot of police agencies around here. Jimmy was asking if we would consider making his, partner a town constable. He's not looking to get paid anything, he just wants to be on the books as working for a municipality because it gives him a little more options on training. I think,
How's it work being on the books and not getting paid?
well, I'm kinda thinking we would have to pay him by the hour somehow. if
I don't
we
see how that
use
could
it.
possibly,
I don't know how you can have a free town constable, but I don't know. We've still got some issues, we gotta talk to,
leave.
Chris Soniker. I talked to Dave Merzig. Dave said we can do it as long as we have the resolution that established the town constable position, which you've got a copy of. That was resolution number 5 of 2010.
Mhm.
So we can do it. I think Elsa gave everybody a copy of Mark's resume. He's a former NYPD officer. Definitely would be qualified, seems like a real good guy. So, like I said, kick it around, we're gonna talk to our insurance company, and Dave thought there was some agency at the state that we might have to run this past too, so I gotta check into that. But it's just kind of informational at this point, and then we'll see what we've gotta do, what the requirements are, and we'll bring it back up next meeting.
There may be a possibility, I know the sheriff can deputize, volunteers. I don't know whether our town constable could have the same authority under the
Yeah.
town law
Yeah,
to
I'm
do
not
that
sure
if he
what
needed
the-
assistance. And then you could just deputize him and he wouldn't have to be paid anything. But
We'll have to-
something is,
We'll have to do some checking with insurance and the state and see what all's entailed. I'm sure it's not gonna be as easy as it would sound.
right,
Okay,
yeah.
moving on to committee reports. Highway and machinery. Got any highway stuff to report on, Brian?
Yeah, the only thing is we started culvert replacement on Elk Creek Road, and we are grader shimming, the roadside mowing, and working dirt roads with the round grader. So everybody's out
Everybody's
and
busy.
Yep.
Did, you get a visit from a town resident about the damage to, Spring Valley Road?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Apparently, some younger generation have been doing burnouts, peeling up the new grader mix. So we may wanna check into that,
Yeah, that's first I heard of that.
but, give me a call and I'll look you up with who has the names.
Okay.
Anything else, Al, that you've got to report on?
No, I mean, everything's been pretty good. Like I say, the guys are busy, a lot of work going on.
Not breaking much?
Yeah, right. No bills, you
I like
Have
the cross
anything, Bill?
barn.
No, met with Darren pretty regular and pretty much
So far.
indicated what Brian's telling us.
So far, everything's.
Well, the general public seems to be happy, they're seeing people out and about and things getting done, so
yeah.
everybody's pretty happy with the progress. Health and youth, Matt, Billy,
Got that 5K treat yet?
did you win, Matt?
I won the between 42 and 43 of 6 feet tall category.
Are you sure?
That narrows it down.
Yeah, the 5K was a big success, and there were tons of people in it, and we all had fun, those who were brave enough to attempt it, and that includes me only on this panel.
You get to be my age, we'll see if you still wanna run.
I'm happy at my age running it. And as Tom mentioned, the volleyball's up, and there's gonna be I guess a kids league, that's gonna be part of the summer recreation program for the village, so, Bo Brackey is he's the volleyball coach at the college, and he's going to do clinics for the kids in the summer. And there's also a basketball clinic in the summer, and these are very low cost to free type things, so if anybody wants to know more about that, they can contact me. Kids got stuff coming home with them from school, so. That's it for health and youth.
Economic development, shared services.
Nothing really to report right now, you know, a lot of things in the works, but
I would mention, just because of the flood commission meeting that we had, I was at that meeting, and the engineers have a lot of information they were presenting. They had so much information that we couldn't finish the meeting. It was just going forever, so a lot of work's being done there, focusing specifically on the places we told them to, but we talked about, a lot of time we spent talking about Steelbrook here. So that's good news, and
So you're gonna have another meeting
There,
before
there'll
we
be a
go
there'll be a public meeting in August.
Public meeting in August.
we've got another meeting before that. Yeah, there's
Correct.
just tons and tons of information to cover. But the public meeting will be a refined version of what we're doing. The other thing I just wanted to mention was that for the economic portion of this committee, the Chamber of Commerce is hosting a mixer on Thursday night at 5:30 at the Cafe on the Green at the golf course, and it's a chance for people just to come and get to know one another from the local business community, but this one is specifically to honor Candace Vanko as she's departing college, retiring from the college as president, and also to announce the winner of the Pellegrino grant, which is our award given to businesses. It's a competitive award where they want to improve their, sort of like a beautification grant. So that will be announced on that night too. And just wanted to reference this event that happened a few weeks ago in Delhi. It was on Memorial Day weekend. Summer Nights in Delhi. It was organized by the local businesses with the chamber. And it was great. I don't know if people were in town when that was going on, but Main Street was really hopping. It was Memorial Day, wasn't it?
yeah.
It was Saturday
before.
before the
So, yeah, before, and tons of people, the shop stayed open late, and so we talked to the businesses, and they wanna do it again. So probably, within a month or so, there'll be another event similar to it, where it's open houses, and you go in and get your wine and cheese at the store, and you hang out. It was fun, it was a good time. That's all I wanted to add.
Alrighty. Recreation committee, guess we're gonna ask Al.
Yeah, yeah, as far as the pool's concerned, everything right now, is still with our architect. We have had the 40% drawings, yes, now we're waiting on the 60. Yeah, everything's going along fine. We've pretty much finalized the design, and now we're just working out the details and getting, things approved with the health department and all those fun things, so. We hope to see some further design work, soon, and, we're still on track. Everything's still moving exactly the way it should be, so we're hoping to get out to bid and have no issues, so,
Okay.
yep.
Anything else for recreation, or is that it?
Yeah, nothing else right now. I like to say, I know we're still trying to get some new, mulch for down there, and I gotta meet with Darren and figure out how much we need, because I guess you found out how much, we don't really need a tractor trailer full, so we're gonna try to figure out what we do need, and,
There needs to be a lot of work prior to just dumping mulch in there.
Yeah.
I can tell you that is, by mowing it for the last few times, it needs a lot of attention.
It does.
And it needs machinery in there to hoe out underneath the swings and put in new. It needs a lot of work.
yeah, and that's something, once we get the pool in there, it's a possibility during construction that may be shut down. But that'll be something that'll happen in the spring. We may not be able to use that playground during that time that construction's going on down there, just from a safety standpoint, so. But yeah, it does have to have work. Or, you know, once we get the pool project done, that'll be the next thing we wanna jump on is that playground and hopefully some new